Here are the top 25 most amazing village seeds for Minecraft in 2023. Seed 25 spawns you on top of a woodland mansion. Peek over the edge to find a tiger village attached to the mansion. Sitting on the riverbank and surrounded by serene forests, it's a crazy yet inspiring start to your adventure. You may notice that the village seems quite small. Well, that's because some of the houses are actually inside of the mansion. Your first mission in this seed will be to grab your pickaxe and free all the houses and farms that have been engulfed by the mansion. Seed 24 has an incredibly rare spawn, situating you in an unforgiving Badlands Valley. As soon as you load into this world, you'll be starting directly at this desert village that contains a pillager outpost. Following the houses up, avoiding the pillagers will bring you to a small, warm ocean sinkhole with exposed caves. The villagers and pillagers must be fighting over this water source, or maybe the treasure you can find at the bottom. Protect the villagers, raid the temple, build your base in the caves, and then explore the mountainous valleys surrounding you. Seed 23 spawns you in a peaceful meadow in front of a snowy mountain. You're probably asking, where's the village? Just take a few steps forward and you'll come across one of the most unique village locations ever. This plains village is floating on a lake so deep that you'd probably need a water breathing potion to get to the bottom and back. The way that the lake is generated perfectly in front of the mountain provides for a truly special and scenic village location. Seed 22 introduces us to the farmland in the sky. This wheat and beetroot farm has made its way up to the very top of this windswept hill, over 100 blocks from the village below. I don't think you'll ever be able to harvest crops with a better view than this. Drop down and you'll find multiple other parts of the village scaling their way up this crazy terrain. Head down to the rest of the village by the shore for an amazing view of the farm. Seed 21 spawns you right next to a desert impact crater from where you can spot an outpost temple village island just across the river. There's pillagers to fight off, 6 allays to free, treasure to loot, and even a shipwreck just a short distance into the coral reef. If only there was a way to move the outpost down into this pit. Seed 20 has another outpost village temple, but this time it's right at spawn and has a jungle temple instead of a desert temple. The outpost has completely taken over the temple, so it might be a little hard to get down to the jungle treasure. Once you've fought off the pillagers, you've got a really nice village location with a bamboo river, a mangrove swamp, and another exposed cave. And if you like mangrove, you're gonna love the next village. Seed 19 has a large tropical mangrove island surrounded by warm ocean. It's almost like 2 mangrove islands that have been joined together by this desert village. If you can manage to navigate your way through these swamps, it would be a great project to expand this long-forgotten civilization into a thriving fishing town. Use the tower in the middle to look out for any unwanted visitors. Seed 18 is another mansion village spawn where a villager's path lines up perfectly with the entrance to the mansion, making it seem like an intended feature and not an incredibly rare occurrence. The village climbs up a forested meadow hill right above the mansion. You can almost jump from this church roof to the mansion roof. Up on top of the meadow, you'll find the rest of the village in a really peaceful location with amazing views of a river valley and a large meadow crater where you could stamp your creativity on this exciting spawn. Seed 17 has a coastal desert village with a jungle temple completely floating in the water. There's literally nothing supporting it, so I'm not sure how it's managed to generate here. There's so much you could do with this rare phenomenon. Build platforms over to the temple and set up a dock with jungle boats ready for expeditions into the jungle just across the sea. Or even use it as the hub for your turtle rescue sanctuary, or an entrance to your underwater base. The possibilities are endless. Seed 16 has 2 mountain villages along the same stretch of coastline. This plains village climbs up a snowy mountain with wonderful wintry views from the top. Head to the mountain to the right where you can find another village that slides down the slopes and into the forest. You'll notice a gap in the mountain behind one of the houses. Jump down into this huge dripstone cave where you'll be excited to find 2 more houses. It looks like the villagers have barricaded themselves in with pumpkins so the zombies can't break down their door. Seed 15 brings us another jungle temple village right at spawn, except this time it's a double temple village. The first temple has fused with some of the houses, and the second temple is just a short sail up the river. With sparse jungle, badlands, and more temples and more villages all around you, this seed gives you a great warm biome spawn with lots to do. Seed 14 is one of my favourite broken finds recently. It sits on a giant frozen lake underneath some impressive and imposing waterfalls. The water flows down from several frozen aquifers, floating way up in the sky. Follow the village underneath the crashing water to find the villagers that are in desperate need of your help. Their houses are being flooded, and I've even seen villagers being swept away by the water down into the lava pit below. It's a unique yet terrifying village location that you have to check out for yourself. Seed 13 could have the best village spawn for the 1.20 community update if you'd like a village with some sniffer eggs. This plains village has generated in a huge lake, acting as a bridge to get from one side to the other. In the middle of the village is an ocean ruin that surprisingly fits in quite well. The village has been built around it, giving you easy access to all the treasure inside. Once you've looted all the chests, turn this ruin into your starter base and decide which side of the lake you'd like to explore first. Seed 12 is one of the craziest village spawns I've ever seen. It's a multi-biome village that touches desert, badlands, jungle, and even a gravel shore. Just like biomes, it's got multiple structures too, both of which have destroyed parts of the village. To the jungle side, you've got a temple, which is fused with a desert village tower, and to the badlands side, you've got a pillager outpost. We've got another multi-biome village coming up next that's a lot more peaceful than this one. Seed 11 is home to a large plains village that connects to 3 different forest types. You've got part of the village which leads you through the jungle, another part which ends up in a dark oak forest, and a third section which reaches some birch trees. The calm atmosphere of this village is a nice change from the rest of the villages seen so far. The flower-filled meadow combined with the vibrancy of the jungle floor really brings this village to life without any added structures. Thankfully, the next village is just as beautiful. Seed 10 has a village that you can find near spawn in a stunning flower forest mountain valley. The houses travel from the flowers below all the way up to the jagged peaks above. There's even streams flowing down past the houses, adding to this colourful, eye-pleasing scene. You'll notice loads of exposed caves behind the houses as you climb up the mountain that lead you into a spacious stripstone cavern. With so much building potential in front of and behind the village, these villagers really did pick an attractive location. Seed 9 has a village that is dominated by an all-powerful desert temple. Believe it or not, you can actually use this door behind one of the houses to dig directly to the treasure room. But that's not the only special feature this temple is hiding. Dig straight down below the layer of TNT and you'll drop into a stronghold. After you've found the end portal, head to the nearest village which has yet another temple, an outpost, and a stunning eroded badlands background. Seed 8 contains an island far away from spawn, but it's definitely worth the travel. On the island you can find a special village that combines with a pillager outpost and a ruined portal. Not only can you access loot from the portal and the outpost, but there's 5 blacksmiths here too. It's actually a really nice island as well. Plenty of wood types and space for building. There's even a naturally generated footpath so you can easily cross the river. Seed 7 has a village inside of an inspiring jungle crater surrounded by steep forest walls. There's a really nice transition from forest and plains to sparse jungle and bamboo. If you lived here, you could become the village's resident melon farmer. The tall bamboo and surrounding walls make sure the village is safe from intruders. I'm willing to bet the villagers in the next seed wish they built their village here too. Seed 6 brings us another village that has been taken over by pillagers. It sits on top of a beautiful snowy meadow, so it's definitely worth saving. Right next to the village is a jungle temple and a large sparse jungle for you to explore. Make it a priority to beat these pillagers as fast as possible, but if you're too late, you're guaranteed at least one villager will survive because he's trapped inside of a house. Seed 5 spawns you near a village that is attached to a feature that I've only ever seen once before, an ice spike circle surrounded by plains and ocean. Usually accompanied by a large snow biome, it's rare to see ice spikes on their own like this. Being right at spawn too makes this one lucky village. The villagers' crops might not be too lucky though. Expand the village into the ice spikes or turn this one into a giant snow globe. Seed 4 is in such a cool location. I was so close to using it for the thumbnail. You'll find the village in a mountain crater full of flowers and surrounded by intimidating jagged peaks. 2 of the houses have taken over one of the peaks. Chill here with the goats or jump down to the blacksmith that sits right in the middle of the crater. Use the tunnels through the peaks to adventure into the surrounding mountain valleys and bring back all of your goodies to the village. Seed 3 did make the thumbnail and contains a blacksmith in the craziest location ever, which I'll show you very soon. You spawn right next to another mansion village, this time on the edge of a beautiful meadow and tall birch tree valley. It's strange how some houses are stronger than cobblestone, but some are weaker than wood. Heading along the village path will lead you to a gorgeous building location with views of your mansion village. Head down into the exposed cave round the back of the mansion to find the blacksmith that is generated underneath the mansion's cobblestone support. I've never seen anything like it. Seed 2 has a village that is generated on a windswept desert island. Surrounded by warm ocean, the houses climb all the way from sea level up to Y155. It's up here where you can really appreciate the size of the coral reef around you. I love when villages generate vertically like this, but this horse is way too close to the edge. It's making me anxious. Seed 1 is one of the more simple villages, but that's what I like about it. It's literally just a village in the middle of the ocean. And it's not a small ocean either. Standing atop the houses, all you'll be able to see is water in all directions. Living in this village gives you a real sense of isolation, but I'm sure these villagers must like that with all the threats we've seen on the mainland. With all the crazy villages in this list, I thought it would be nice to end with something chill. Let me know which village you like the best, and if you'd like to continue your seed search, click on the next video to check out 25 more amazing villages.